Hi, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Robin.
And I'm Troy.
And this is our vlog that we have started just recently so we can spend a little bit more time with you and just talk to you about some stuff that's going on. And now we're going to have some coffee. So it is hot. It is hot. Next time I need to make it and let it sit for like just a couple minutes before we start recording. So anyways, so it's been about a week and a half since we did our last vlog, and we've had so much going on, like so much stuff, right?
About a week.
A week and a half. Yeah, it's coming up on 2 weeks. Anyways, so first and foremost, the biggest news is...
It's my birthday?
The biggest news is now we have our third grandchild.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Bria,
yes.
Welcome
our first... granddaughter. It's actually on Troy's side, his son and his lovely wife just had their second child, and she was born last Wednesday. So we're very happy that mommy and grandbaby are doing well.
3/12/25.
Yeah, so we were very excited.
Imagine hitting the birth date of 2025.
It just makes me feel old. But you know what? I'm fine with my age. So, but we're really excited for her to be here. Now, unfortunately, I did not get to go to the hospital and see her, because I was taking care of something else that was making us busy last week. So we'd mentioned before, we've been watching Maxwell, our neighbor's dog. Mm-hmm. And he's a great little puppy, and we adopted him and his owner. She's an 80-some-year-old woman that lives next to us, and she is just a hoot. God, if I could get her on camera. Ooh, I'd love that. She is adorable. But anyways, Troy and I we're very community-minded. Yes. We really try to help out whenever we can. We feel that it's very important, and we feel like it's our duty to try to take care of ourselves first, right? You should always take care of yourself first.
Yeah, if you don't take care of yourself, you can't help anybody else.
That's right. And if you're not taking care of yourself, you're relying on other people to help you. And so you should always take care of yourself first. And second to that, you should try to help out those around you, not just your family and your friends, but sometimes other people volunteer. So we've been watching Maxwell for a month. She's had some family stuff going on that we're not going to go into, but she needed to be gone for a month. And her fur baby is it's her child. I mean, she really does. She loves him just as much, I think, as her two daughters.
That's Mr. Maxwell.
Mr. Maxwell. Yeah. So we were taking care of him. In the middle of this, one of our dear friends and who I consider family, my neighbor, which was my neighbor at the old house for 25 years that I owned that house, Trish and Lou. I actually went over there and stayed the night with them, helping out with her cataract surgery. Trish is in her 70s and Lou is in his 80s, and they needed some help too. And again, keep in mind, these are not people that we're family with, but they have become family to us, and we want to help out and do that for them.
Don't forget taking them to jambalaya.
Yeah, well, that's right. I made Troy cook him some food, so I got to take him over a big old pot of jambalaya. And, and this is in addition to the volunteering that we do. I've volunteered for over 10 years with a local rescue, and we do stuff with the events that they put on for spay and neuter, which one of these times we're going to talk about that in more detail. But I wanted to touch on this because I think that it was a good opportunity to remind everybody that, it's not just about our lives, right? It's not just about us taking care of ourselves, but we take care of others. And this is in addition to stuff we do with my father every weekend, that he needs help at his place. And as we get older, if we don't die first, we're going to need help. I don't know, some things are worse than death, but eventually we might need help. We're in our 50s, and eventually we're going to be in our 60s, 70s, 80s, like I said, if we live that long. And I think that it's important for us to do what we can for those now. Mm-hmm. So that maybe, somebody will be there for us. I hope that.
And that's the same thing I look at. I've always looked at, if something happened, if I check out, I want somebody to step up and help her with certain things that typical kind of stuff I do, I guess, and not everything.
And I think that we've done this for so long, really through our separate lives. Even before we got together and were sharing our life together, we were both kind of this mind. And I think that that's something that we, sometimes lack here in the United States, is the respect and understanding for the older people that have come before us. They've struggled, they've raised families, they've done everything. And whenever you're in your 20s and 30s, I don't think that everybody always gives the older people their due and their respect. Right. And other countries get that better than us. And so we need to do better in this country. So that was kind of a little little rant. But other than that, what else have we been doing?
A whole bunch of stuff.
Well, work
Putting the
and
hydroponic system.
oh, we did. We were out of my dad's house. So every year we put together a hydroponic system for growing and legal things. Every time we mention a hydroponic system, everybody assumes that we're delving into another world. No, ours is vegetables, fruits, vegetables, that kind of thing. We've done it every year for the last many years. Well, my dad was even before that. And, but anyways, we went out there and got it all set up. So, we'll start getting some good food. And we really enjoy making dishes with our own food that we grow because the food is just incredible. So if
zucchini, squash,
peppers,
potatoes,
tomatoes. If you have not gotten on the hydroponics way of growing, if you're somebody who likes to have a garden, you need to check into it. I cannot say enough good things about the system that we bought. My dad liked it so much. He bought it because his old system was starting to crap out on him. And but they're just so much fun. And the food grows so fast.
Yeah,
like week after week, you can see it growing.
If you've ever had any experience with hydroponics or growing stuff like that, give us a shout or comments in the section below.
Legal, please.
Yeah, preferably legal stuff. Just if you got any questions or any advice you can give us on that, because we're always looking for advice and experience with anything. We share experiences that we have, and we like getting information from other people too. So
absolutely. So yeah, we've just been super, super busy. It just felt like for the last week and a half, it's just been one thing after another, but all good stuff. And of course, keeping the house clean for the listing, because we do have it listed for sale right now. And we just did a thorough flight of the bumblebee cleaning through the house this morning because what are we doing, Mr. O'Neill?
We're going somewhere today, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we're going on a cruise.
A cruise.
Yeah.
And then another cruise.
Yeah,
then another cruise.
Yeah, all that.
Yeah. So we are going away on a 28-day trip on the Jewel of the Seas. We are doing 3 back-to-back sailings, a 9-day, a 9-day, and then a 10-day. Out of Galveston. We are super excited about this. Not only is it going to be our longest trip to date, but it's going to be a continuous trip in the same room on the same ship. Now, our last longest trip was to Barcelona, where we did 16 nights from Galveston to Spain, and then we stayed in Barcelona for 6 nights. To me, that trip almost felt like 2 trips stuck together because of the change of venue. And this one is going to be different because, like I said, 28 days on the ship working.
Yeah, we got a lot of work to do.
We'll probably take off
do a lot of work.
I'm thinking 2 vacation days during that time, separately, just for us to get off in ports. But we're going to be on the ship for 28 days. So this is going to be our first real experience in living while we travel, really living.
And who's going?
Oh, well, that's the next thing. So we're super excited. This time we have friends coming with us. So our neighbors across the street, G and Jackie, are coming with us.
They should be here. They should be in a few minutes.
Yeah, they should be. And so it's their first time ever.
Fancy watch.
Yeah, I know. It is fancy. It is their first time ever on a cruise for each of them. They travel actually quite a bit, but they've never been on a cruise together. He has had some boat experience that we're not going to go into, but they have never had the actual cruise experience.
Right.
So they're super excited. These people are great. Whenever you move into a new subdivision, you never know what you're going to get as far as your neighbors.
G and his thinking he'll pack for three pieces of clothes.
Oh yeah, he wants to bring 3 sets of clothes for a nine night sailing, but that's a whole nother thing. But whenever you move into a place, you don't know who you're going to get as your neighbors. And we have been so fortunate to have some really great neighbors that we chit chat with whenever we're out walking Maxwell. But Miss Fee next door and G and Jackie across the way have just been great neighbors to have. Todd across the way, my car guy. Yeah, we've been really, really fortunate. So G and Jackie coming on this cruise is an amazing thing. They're super chill. They're going to have a great time, and we get to experience that with them. Yeah. So it's almost like you get that new cruise vibe, that new cruise excitement, vicariously just seeing them do everything new for the first time. I'm just super excited. And they're not bringing their son, who is a great kid, but they wanted to experience this first one, just the adults only. And then they're going to take him probably on their next cruise that they plan maybe for next year, because they're already planning that they're probably going to love it and they're probably going to want to do it again. So next time they'll take their son and he will have an amazing time.
Right.
So
different ship, different atmosphere.
Something a little bit more kid friendly, because the Jewel of the Seas has some things, but it's not all about the kids and the family. It's a chiller ship. Yeah. So. And speaking of which, we haven't been on the Jewel of the Seas since November 29th. Is whenever we got on it, and we got off in December. And that doesn't sound like it was that long ago, and it really wasn't. It was only a few months, but because we've been on 3 ships since then,
Right.
we honestly couldn't remember what the Jewel of the Seas
So take a
looked
look
like.
take a look at our Jewel of the Seas ship
so,
tour.
so we had to go back and watch our own Jewel of the Seas video so we could refamiliarize ourselves with the ship. So that was pretty cool. And what else? What else is going
A
on?
lot of stuff. It's too
That's
much to
pretty
talk
much
about.
it.
Probably. No, there's a lot.
I will tell you about my new gadget here. So I know. So we record a lot of our stuff on the GoPro, and that's what we're recording on now. And we've gotten a few different things from online. These tripods, the one that it's sitting on, but it's plastic, and I wanted something a little bit sturdier and more versatile to the GoPro. So I went ahead and stepped up to the GoPro brand of this selfie stick, and it does have the telescope. Yeah, it does have the telescope properties. And you can screw in a tripod on the bottom. But let me tell you something. This thing doubles as a weapon because unlike the stuff you get off Amazon for tripods.
Violent lady.
No, listen, the plastic stuff, if you drop that, it's going to break. And you're going to be buying another one. This thing is metal. And whenever I say this is sturdy, this could like double as like a police baton.
Yeah.
You clunk somebody over the head in the wrong situation in port. And I'm telling you.
Don't do that to anybody.
In self-defense. I'm saying in self-defense, but I'm saying this thing right here could do some damage. So if you're ever looking for a good selfie stick while you travel and you have a GoPro,
selfless plug.
No, it's not even a selfless plug. I'm just saying step up to this thing because this thing is incredible. Like I'm telling you, this is really reminds me of the old police like flashlights that you could actually it's like that. What I'm just saying. Yeah. So anyway, so that's about it. So I think that we're going to be getting ready here pretty soon and packing up everything. And they're driving with us or riding with us, and then we're going to go down, and then we're going to park at a friend's house, and then we're going to take a Lyft over, which we'll need a Uber, Lyft, XL. We'll need a big car because we're going to have a lot more stuff. We have packed more stuff on this trip than we have ever packed. My suitcase, I had to do the expander. My suitcase is full to the brim. We could have packed less, and normally we try to go a lot more minimalist on our cruises. But honestly, we're going to be on this thing for 28 days. I didn't want to limit my evening clothes. And now with our new status that we have on Royal, this will be the first time that we're going to be walking on as diamonds. Diamonds. So one of the nice things about the diamond level is that each diamond, which we're both diamonds, gets one professional cruise picture per sailing. And so the nice thing about that is we're going to be doing these 3 back-to-backs. We each get one. That's 6 professional photos. Now, we normally don't pay for these photos because they ain't cheap.
And we know what we look like.
We know what we look like. But they're not cheap. And with the amount of times that we cruise, we don't make a big deal out of the photos. But if it's free and it comes with the perks that you've earned through being loyal and spending plenty of money to go on these cruises, we're going to take advantage of every one of those pictures on every sailing. So we definitely packed more stuff. He packed some suits. I packed some dresses. And so my backpack is full. I don't even know how I'm going to fit this GoPro and this thing on there. I'm going to shove it in there. The luggage is full.
If you don't like the suit, she picked them.
I did. Of course, he has like 30. This man has much more clothes than I do, like so much more than I do. So anyway, so that's it. That's kind of our vlog for the week. Now we will be doing videoing and editing from the cruise ship, which I normally don't do because if we're only gone for 5 to 7 days, I just wait till I get back to edit. My desktop computer's much better than my laptop. But on this one, because we're going to be gone for so long, we will be doing some filming and some editing and just talking about our experience and honestly how it feels to not vacation, but to actually live on a cruise ship, working on a cruise ship, having a daily routine, and all the things that we're going to do. And we actually have some goals on this cruise ship that we're trying to achieve, and we'll talk about those later as we go along too. So I think that's it.
Like and subscribe, all the good stuff.
Yeah. Keep supporting our channel. We appreciate you. And just stay calm and cruise on.
Dos dedos.
Bye.